teams, and an absolutely vital match as far as Pakistan are concerned. They have to win this one to give themselves a chance of making the last four, of making the semi-finals. New Zealand, of course, are already into the semi-finals as the top qualifier, but what they want to do in this match today is make it a clean sweep through the round-robin play, 8 wins from 8 matches. And Imran Khan, the Pakistan captain, I'm sure, is very aware of the fact that New Zealand have batted very well, especially when they've been chasing a total. So maybe if he wins the toss, he might decide to have a bowl first. Let's go out of the middle and join Imran Khan and Martin Crowe, and they're there with our man Keith Quinn.
Heads. We'll bowl.
Okay.
All the best.
Imran Khan, you've won the toss here today. What have you decided to do?
We've decided to bowl.
What do you think of the conditions here in Christchurch?
Conditions look very good.
Good. You fancy a chase later on, do you?
Well, we figured that New Zealand are good at chasing. They've got a good batting lineup. And we thought, we'd give ourselves a chance of chasing because we've also got a long batting lineup.
So you're looking for a consistent performance from your team today after some inconsistency in Australia?
Yes, we just hope we can play according to our potential.
Okay, Imran Khan, thank you very much indeed. Martin Crowe's here. Martin, you're going to have a bat first today. Does that suit you?
Well, we don't mind. We were actually going to have a bowl, but yeah, we'll bat, and it's a good wicket.
A lot of runs been made here in the past this season on this.
Yeah, looking forward to it, actually. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and let's hope we've got more than them.
A couple of quick questions, Martin. Are you playing to win today?
You bet.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And do you want Australia to get those semis?
Well, we'd like to play at Eden Park, sure, but if we have to go to Sydney, so be it.
Okay, Martin, play well today.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
So here's the New Zealand team today, remembering that they've been sent into bat. Rod Latham back in the side in place of John Wright. He'll open with Mark Greatbatch, then Jones, Crowe, Rutherford, Harris, Deepak Patel. Ian Smith bats at number 8 today. Gavin Larson at 9. Danny Morrison is in the side. Chris Cairns is out, and Willie Watson is in at number 11 to complete the New Zealand lineup. Here's the Pakistan team. Ramiz Raja and Amir Sahel to open. Inzamam ul Haq to bat at 3. He's a young player. Then those two very experienced, very good players, Javed Miandad and Salim Malik at 4 and 5 in the order. Ijaz also bowls medium pace, batting at number 6. Imran Khan, the great all-rounders, at number 7. Wasim Akram, also a very fine all-rounder, left-arm fast bowler, left-handed batsman at number 8. Moin Khan is the wicket-keeper. Mushtaq Ahmed's the leg spinner, and Aqib Javed is the other opening bowler for Pakistan. So it's New Zealand to bat first in rather chilly conditions at Lancaster Park on this autumn morning. The temperature only about 9 or 10 degrees as play begins, but it's expected to reach the 20s as the day progresses and the northwesterly wind gets up. So New Zealand batting first after being sent into bat. Greatbatch and Latham to open up for New Zealand. And the opening bowlers for Pakistan, Wasim Akram and young Aqib Javed.
But here's the first ball to Greatbatch. Oh, what a good shot. Imran Khan, a rather elderly boot.
And just flicking this down. That'll go for 4. It's fine enough. That won't be cut off. Latham drifting down the onside, and Pakistan go to 149 for 3 in the 42nd.
That's that delivery on the leg stump, and Ramiz Raja, with a flick of the wrist, turns that ball towards the long leg boundary for 4.
Full toss, and that's an easy gimme down the leg side. Rutherford just lollipopping that one just outside leg stump, and just a gimme there, 4 runs.
Yes, Ramiz Raja continues to flay the bowlers. Superb innings, considering that Pakistan had lost 2 early wickets in the morning.
Full half volley and smashed through the covers. It's a fine shot. And the end of the over, 163 for 3, Pakistan. Almost hitting through this one. Trying to hit it through the offside, ending up down at long on or mid on.
All credit to Pakistan, Glenn, for taking up a team which was unbeatable in this World Cup so far.
Yes, well, certainly no side's unbeatable, but you're right. They had broken the winning streak of New Zealand. Charging and then just checking the shot. Ramiz Raja. And he is on 115, scored from 154 balls.
And 15 superbly struck force.
And he's whacked this one, just wide of mid-on. Just wide of mid-on. That's to the boundary, and that will give Pakistan the victory that they need to get through to 167 for 3 in the 45th over. And Ramiz Raja not out 119. Salim Malik not out 9. Pakistan winning this contest at Lancaster Park in Christchurch and breaking the winning run of New Zealand, giving them a marvellous chance now of going through to the semi-finals.
Pakistan in the end doing it very easily. A loss of a couple of wickets early on did not affect them, even though Javed Miandad struggled, but it was Ramiz Raja, 119 not out, the highest individual score of this World Cup, that in the end was responsible for Pakistan getting to that target of 167 with 2 balls still left in the 45th over. So a very comfortable and most deserved win for Pakistan, even though they lost a couple of early wickets. For New Zealand, Danny Morrison took 3 for 42 and was the most successful bowler, reasonably economical as well, even in the context of this game. Deepak Patel, none for 25. He was very tidy again, opening the bowling and bowling straight through. Willie Watson did a good enough job, but really the other New Zealand bowlers today were not really on song, and Pakistan very convincing winners. So Pakistan have gone to 9 points, and they now have a chance of making the last 4. What they certainly have done is knock Australia out of contention for a place in the semi-finals. Let's see what Imran Khan had to say after the match. He was presented with the winner's cheque of $3,000 by the former New Zealand captain, Bevan Congdon.
Well, congratulations, Imran. Very good win. I thought the win started from about 10 o'clock this morning, and it kept going from there, but a very, very impressive performance by the team today.
Yes, thank you. I mean, we were under a lot of pressure, as we have been throughout. Things haven't gone our way, and we've struggled. Last 3 matches, the team seems to have settled, and I was very happy with the performance. We got the breaks.
I think that the bowling looked particularly sharp.
Yes, our opening bowlers, they have given us a good start. And then Mushtaq came in and I thought bowled beautifully. It was a gamble. But really, he's got such a big heart for a little boy. He just doesn't get flustered at any stage. And I was very pleased with him.
Well, it's cross your fingers and see how the games go in Australia.
Yeah, the sad thing is now we have another match to really play, make sure that Australia wins.
Well, the New Zealand team rather came down to earth today. 7 consecutive victories, but today a most resounding loss. Here's their captain, Martin Crowe. What do you have to say about today? Because I guess the figures tell the story of the match, really, don't they?
Sure, we didn't get enough runs. And that was a bit disappointing, really, but Pakistan came out and had a crack at us and had a bit of luck early on. Bowled very well and kept the pressure on, and 166 wasn't good enough.
And that leg spinner seemed to cause the odd problem or two out there.
Well, I mean, he came on at a good time because Pakistan had just got 2 quick wickets, and therefore we couldn't afford to lose another. So we really had to just work it around if we could, and he didn't give us any bad balls. So he deserved, I think he man of the match, was he? He deserved it because he bowled brilliantly for 10 overs.
All right, so as far as the batting was concerned, not enough runs, but I suppose you thought during the lunch break some early wickets and we might be with a chance here if we can. Yeah. If we score 166 all out, they might be able to score 165 all out.
Well, that's right. I mean, we had to get probably about 3 or 4 wickets in the first 15 overs, and 2 early ones with Danny bowling so well. We had a little sniff, and then that great attempt by Deepak caught and bowled off Javed. I mean, 3 for 30. We probably still would have been out of it at that stage because 160's not far away, but we showed some good attitude out there. We know we let ourselves down with the bat, but we came back out and fielded and bowled okay.
Do you think that a victory to Pakistan, a result such as today, might in some respects be a timely reminder of things or not?
Well, I suppose we played the way people expected us to play in this World Cup.
Come on, that's...
But yeah, well, I mean, so yeah, it's a good. It'll sting us back into action, that's for sure. There's no problem lifting the guys from this point on, and I think at the end of the day, Pakistan wanted to win just that little bit more.
The silver lining is that there's no chance of Australia getting to the semis now, so you've definitely got a home draw in the semis, so that's something, I suppose. Now,
absolutely. Yeah.
Who would you prefer? I know the question's been asked many times before, but now it's down to 2 teams, isn't it? Pakistan or West Indies?
Yes, it is. Well, I mean, we would probably prefer to play South Africa, which means that West Indies win would...
if West Indies win tonight, the run rate would be
they would
better,
go to third, and South Africa would be in fourth spot. So that would be preferable. But, you know, I still think we're playing well, you know, apart from today. And we're confident against anyone we come up against. We're very happy to be at Eden Park, though.
Absolutely. Martin Crowe, thanks for talking to us, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah.
All right. Well, really, here at Lancaster Park today, there's only been one team in it. Pakistan bowled and batted much better than the New Zealand side did, and the New Zealand team, which had been so successful in its first 7 matches of this Benson and Hedges World Cup, rather came down to earth with a thump today. I'm sure they will not mind that. It'll bring them back to some sort of reality before they go into a very tough semi-final encounter in a few days' time now at Eden Park in Auckland. One thing today's result has ensured is that New Zealand will have a home draw in the semi-final. Australia are out of the last 4. Pakistan still have a chance of getting to the semi-finals of the Benson and Hedges World Cup.